Morning, 8th grade. I hope everyone is doing good on this Wednesday. Yeah, like my hair. I didn't really do anything with it this morning. So, yeah. So anyways, what a great morning it is outside. Can't wait to go out and do some running after school today. So that's going to be exciting. So, I thought I was going to, before we get started, I was going to show you something. If you go on this YouTube channel, you're going to see I did a YouTube video on Good Friday about how people used to plant potatoes on Good Friday. So I thought I would show you. I have the bucket here. Look at this. You got to watch the video, otherwise you're not going to understand. Look at how big this guy has gotten so far. And so what I plan on doing here is continuing to, as he grows, I fill this with dirt. So he thinks he's not really exposed. See, as you can see here, this is how much dirt I originally had when I first planted the potatoes. Now it's way up to here. So I'll keep adding. I'm going to add some more today. So eventually the dirt will be up here. And then what happens when they start producing potatoes, this whole thing should fill with potatoes. So you're kind of playing, like I said in the first video, you're kind of playing games with the potato plant, thinking that it needs to continue to grow and grow and grow before it starts producing potatoes. So I have, hopefully, so plus I'm using potting soil. We'll see how well that works. Normally you just use, soil, but I'm just using potting soil. So I thought that would start out with that way. So for today's activity, we're still going to be talking about genetics. And yesterday we went through talking about America. Remember, that's this bull right here, America, and why the Shaw Farm chooses some of the genetics they use in their herd to help supply other beef farmers. You got to always keep remembering this, is that we have to learn to produce food faster and more of it, because there is less and less farmers every year, but more and more people to feed. So, we always have to continue to think about how our agriculturists, no matter if it's a farmer, if it's a scientist, if it's a person in business, how are they going to be able to produce more food with less farms for more people? So keep that in mind. So today's activity, I got it over here on the board. So for today's activity, we are going to play with genetics. This way of playing with genetics. So you're going to have to kind of pay attention on this part. But anyways, so you should have, I think you probably covered this in 7th grade science. I don't even remember if you cover this in life science. Guys, I can't remember back that far. Let me think. When I was in the 7th grade, the year was 1989 through 1990. So that's when I was in the 7th grade. So do I remember that? No. But I remember doing this in college biology a little bit more, but I'm going to make it a little bit easier on yourself. So we're going to talk about dominant traits and recessive traits, which are kind of genetic. What do we want in our animals to make them better? So what I want you to do is we're going to just make the head of the animal. You're just going to draw it out. I've drawn out some examples here. So we're only going to worry about horns, poof, of hair, eye color, spots, and ears. So for today, you're going to have to determine some stuff for your cow head. So what I have decided to do here is, you got the capital H is the dominant trait, small letter is the recessive. So I always kind of, you know what? I'm not going to go that far yet, so just hold on here. So if your cow is going to have horns, we're going to call that the dominant trait. If your cow is going to have no horns, the it's going to be the recessive trait. So this is big H, this is little h, H for horns. So also keep in mind, and this is a fact, not all breeds of cows come with horns. Some people think that. Bulls and cows can have horns. Some people always think, ooh, it has horns, so it's a male. No. Horns are determined by the breed of cattle. For example, remember America over here? He's a Black Angus. Black Angus, they never have horns. Simmentals, which is a breed of cattle, will always have horns. So, cows and bulls will have horns. All right, and another way to tell if a breed is going to have horns or not, look at the top of their heads. So if you look at this guy over here, he's got like a triangle-shaped head. Triangle-shaped heads will not have horns. If they have a flat head like this guy does, they have horns. So, and a lot of farmers cut horns off because it's more of a safety for the farmer and safety for the cows, because cows play with each other. And they'll use their horns, and you could a cow can hurt another cow, or a bull can hurt another bull, and so forth. So they cut out. So those are facts about horns, is that horns is determined by the breed, not by the sex. All right. So we're also going to do a poof of hair. If it's got curly hair, like this guy does, it's going to be recessive. If it's got straight hair, it's going to be dominant. So capital P, small p. All right. Eye color. Green eyes are dominant. Blue eyes are recessive. And I'm using big C, little c. Spots. Spots is dominant. No spots is recessive. So big S, little s. Ears. Droopy ears, like this guy, is recessive, while erect, pointy ears is dominant, like this guy. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to focus on the head because, you know what, it's about the only thing I can really draw on a cow. All right, so what you need to do is make your own, like I did here. This is my cow right here. So he's got droopy ears. That's recessive trait. So small e's. Okay, eye color. You notice mine has a blue and a green. Okay, so he is obviously carrying both traits, a dominant and recessive. So I went C, big C, little c for eye color. Horns, we have no horns, so it's recessive, so small h. And I'll zoom in on this so that you can see. Hair, he's got straight hair, so it is dominant, so big P, big P. And spots, he's got spots, so big S, big S. So your assignment is to take, you are only using these right here. Don't make up your own, and I'll zoom in on it so you can see it. You might have to pause the video because still I have yet to figure out how to upload a photo to Canvas, but because you just can't upload a photo apparently. So I will zoom in. You're only using these traits in an animal, and then what you have to do is draw your cow head and give me this right here. So your assignment is to turn something in that looks like this. You're going to draw it out using these traits, okay? And then give me, is the trait recessive or dominant? So all you have to do is, like, remember, ears are droopy, so it's small e. Poof of hair is straight, so that's dominant. So we'll need this activity. So you can just draw it out on a sheet of paper, or you can use a program on your iPad. Draw it out and send me this somehow. That's all you have to do for today. I'm going to zoom in here. So, again, oh, I need to go here. So if you have to pause it right here, so that horns are H's, poof of hair are P's, color of eyes are C's, spots are S, ears are E's. So remember, if it's a dominant trait, you're going to have the big letter. If it's a recessive trait, you're going to have the little letter. So then what you're going to do is you're going to draw something that looks like this. Let's see if I can zoom out far enough. And you're going to send me something that looks like that. You need a drawing of your cow head and this over here. Remember, only stick to spots, hair, horns, eyes, and ears. Don't add anything else to the animal. Otherwise, if we were in class, we would do this in the classroom. We would do this a little different, but I've made this a little bit easier on us by sticking to these 5 instead of having a whole bunch. All right. Those of you are probably thinking, how can I draw head? Let me show you how I do my cow heads. Okay, where's the easiest? All right. So what I do here is, so if you need some, so what I do is I go down, I make 2 right there. I make a backward C, I make a normal C, I draw a line. This is his lower lip. I draw 2 circles, there's his nose. I draw his eyeballs, like that. If you, ears, depends on how you want your ears. If you want droopy ears, just draw them down. Oops, I drew that one, gotta go out. And then if you want horns, just draw a straight line, because remember, a horned cow has a flat head, and then just draw up. And if you don't want horns, you just, sorry for the mess, you just take it and you kind of draw a rounded triangle on the top of their head. So that would be, and then add your hair. So that's how I draw my cows' heads. So that's all you need to do. But other than that, I hope everyone has a good Wednesday. Get outside, draw me your cow, give me, if their trait is dominant or recessive, using this information up here, and I will see you tomorrow.